Hi everybody. It has been requested that I do a Poppet video. Now a Poppet is more commonly known as a voodoo doll. It is a creation that witches do to symbolize a person so that magic spells can be cast upon and certain things can be done to the Poppet to get a desired result. Now, puppets or voodoo dolls are not always used for negative, bad things. Ray Buckland has made comments about using them to help heal somebody. So you can take a puppet and fashion it over a person, and then you can do positive energies on it. You can talk to it. You can make sure that it is receiving positive energies at all times. You can anoint it with oil. You can cast spells on it, and it would be working as a focus to help the person that you're trying to help out. Puppets can be out of many different things. Most of them are, yes, made out of fabric, but you can make your puppet out of wood, wax, metal. You can pretty much make it out of anything you want. However, I would highly suggest that you do not make the puppet out of plastic. Now, the reason why I say don't make it out of plastic is because plastic is an insulator. We put plastic on wires so we don't get shocked. It insulates the wire, keeps the energy on the inside. And we work with energies. And so if you try to make a plastic puppet, it probably will not get all the energies worked into it, and it will not work for you. My better half, she is really good with needle and thread, and so she is making a puppet, and she is making it from the very basic pieces and putting it together. It's going to look very nice when she gets done. These big hands are not very good with small little needles. And so what I have done is I went to Joann Fabrics, which is a craft store in my area, and I bought muslin dolls. Muslin, not Muslim. And they're like this. Okay. Now this is a 12-inch muslin doll. It cost me, I think it was $3.50. That's it. So you can easily get these from craft stores, and then you can go and fashion it as you wish. Some cloth muslin dolls, puppets, can be filled with like your regular stuffing, like cotton balls, wool. There is a couple of references that I've read where the Celts were putting acorns or buckeyes into their puppets. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. So a cloth puppet with a standard, wool or wool filling will work in creating your puppet. Now, if you are buying a puppet like I did, the first thing you need to do before you work it is to make sure that it is cleansed spiritually. You have a lot of people handling these dolls, and that means that there's a lot of energies that it's picked up through its journey to get to you. So when you get home, what you ought to do is get a smudge stick, you could sage or dragon's blood, something that can dispel any negativity, and put the doll over it to make sure that it gets smudged, okay? The next step is once you get your puppet put together, in like this case, once it's smudged and you got this general form, do what I'm doing with it right now, and that is just holding it in your hands. You're putting your energies into it while you're doing this, and you're also trying to picture the person that's intended for. Right now I have somebody that I'm wanting to take care of. And so I am picturing them in my head as I move this around. This will give me an idea of how I want to fix it and get everything set up. We need to make sure that we try to make it look as close as possible within our means to look like the person that's intended to look like. So these big hands aren't great with little needles, but I can handle the bigger needles pretty well, actually. So I have like macrame string things that they use for like cross stitch, and that's how I make my poppets. There's a female coworker that I have some issues with, and this is her. Well, here's her legs. Now, I'm not done with this yet. I don't have any clothes on this one yet, but you can see I got a face. Now, some traditions say that you put a cross above the heart. This is if you got the cross there. It could be an X, but you got to put something above the heart. This is to control their heart. Okay? And this person is 50 years old. She has blonde hair. Well, she has gray hair, but she's dyeing it blonde. And so if you can see in here, I don't know if you can do that very well with the lighting, but there is a combination of yellow and gray threads in here to symbolize her hair. And so I am working on building this poppet of this person. Now, once I get done with this, I can then conduct a small ritual, a spell, to finalize the bonding between the poppet and the person. Okay, and I highly suggest that you do that as well. Now, depending on your intent, it's going to change how you work with the doll. Now, there is one tradition, if you're doing something negative to the doll, you put it in a black box and you put it away. And that's one, and I'm going to get onto that. Then if you're doing a positive, try to talk to the doll every day. If you have an anointing oil, a protection oil, put a drop of oil like on the forehead and on the wrists of your poppet doll. Put it into something where it can be comfortable. You can lay it on your bed if you want to. I wouldn't, but if you have pets, make sure that the pets do not touch the poppet doll, because to them they'll see it as a toy, and we don't want them to tear apart something that's meant to help somebody heal. Now, like I said, a poppet can be used for good and bad. And I have somebody that has caused me a lot of troubles over the years, and I created a poppet for him. Now, like I say, you put him in a black box so that he shouldn't see sunlight. So this is the guy. What you're hearing are thumbtacks. He is not meant to be comfortable. This isn't vengeance. This is punishment. There is a difference. If somebody did something that was a short little thing that upset you, this is not worthy of it. That's just vengeance. But if somebody has done something that has taken months to culminate against you, then they deserve punishment. Yes, you can hear that all right now. And this is him. He's got a shirt on. Okay, he does not have pants because, I got pins in his knees. He's got a shirt. He's got his name, and I got what I want him to feel. I want him to feel fear. Okay, he's a cocky little pain in the butt. His hands are tied. I'm making him powerless. That. Inside his little box, thumbtacks. Time to go back there, butthead. Now, like I said, now some traditions say you put in a closet, you leave them in there, and all that. I don't. Okay. It's also a little therapeutic for the person, you know, to be able to walk up and just go, "How's it going there, butthead?" Makes you feel better. So that is the basics of Poppits. Okay. I would love to hear some of your other traditions that you hear about involving Poppits, because, like I said, they were not just used in Voodoo. The Egyptians, they're connected with the Egyptians, the Greeks. There was even some Celts references to using Poppits. And so it's not just from one area. So there's many different rules according to making Poppits. I was just telling you about what I have researched. So everybody, take care. Be at peace.